Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talks. We are here to preview
It's,
the Western and Eastern Conference Finals and review the semifinals. Yusuf, how you been?
it's part two of this. We did that for round one and round two. Now we're doing it for round two and round three. Been some good
Yes, sir.
basketball recently. Very exciting.
Yes.
Real quick to start off. What's been your favorite round? Round one or round two? Which one was more your favorite?
I liked that Clippers Mavs series a lot.
Right.
Um, the Lakers series was nice. The Phoenix series was nice, but it was also trash, you know?
It was
Um,
that was more so like a shock than like a good
yeah.
series in my opinion.
The New York Philly series was good. The Milwaukee Pacers series was good.
Mm,
Honestly, the first one had a lot of good series, but it had some
yeah.
bad ones as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like
Hmm.
that Sun series wasn't the best. The Celtic series wasn't the best.
Yeah.
And then there was, I think, one or two more series that were pretty trash. Who did
Okay.
the Thunder series was bad,
Hmm. Very
you know?
bad.
So I love the second round. The second
Yeah.
round
Second.
before we start, if I had to rank it, it was Mavs Thunder.
Yeah, that's
It
number one.
was New York Pacers,
Yeah, really.
Denver,
Actually,
Denver
I
Minnesota.
might have had Thunder Thunder Mavs under Wolves Nuggets. I would have had New York
Really?
Pace. I would have had New York Indiana third. Honestly, part of it is because of how it ended as well.
Yeah.
It was kind of like it kind of sucked to see it end like that. We'll talk about it. And then yeah, fourth, the
Yusuf,
unanimous fourth is Boston
I just wanna say something. You underestimated the
Yeah,
Pacers.
I did. I did. So
You said
in my
4 games.
defense, I said if Indiana learns how to defend, then it can become a series, and they actually defended pretty well. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, man, the injuries piled up for them next, but they'll be fine. They'll be back. And I mean,
Yeah.
we'll talk about like what they're gonna do in Austin. But let's start off with the worst series of them all: Cleveland versus Boston.
I think I predicted Boston in 5, and it was Boston in 5. It's that game
Hmm.
2 for the Boston Celtics. You know, there isn't much to say on that series. Celtics dominated, finished the work they had to do. As for the Cavs, it was tough for them to do something. You know, you had no Allen. Mitchell was out for the last 2 games. I think Levert missed some time.
LeBron
So
missed
you
the
were dealing
last
with
game.
the last game, right? So you were dealing with injuries and you're already the underdog going into that. You're facing the probably the best team in the NBA, you know. So there isn't
Yeah.
much to say. They did fire JB Biggerstaff.
I was gonna say
So
on
go
that
ahead.
note, by the way, bro, I actually cannot believe that one of the candidates is James Borrego. You know who James Borrego is? That's the guy who coached the Charlotte Hornets like three,
Yes.
4 years ago.
Yeah, I
He
remember
is
him.
one of the
He's
worst
like a younger
coaches.
guy. Younger guy,
No,
right?
no, no, no. He's he might be. I don't know, but he sucks. He's one of the
Yeah, I
worst
know who he
coaches I've
is.
seen in my life. No idea why they would fire Jamie Bickerstaff to hire him. I don't think they will. They were talking about. I think the other one was Mike
Frank
D'Antoni,
Vogel. And
Frank
Frank
Vogel.
Vogel.
I saw Frank Vogel as well. I saw Terry Stotts as well. So that would be interesting. I'm not a big fan of
Who
Terry
else
Stotts
was
either.
who else was going for Frank Vogel? Was there another team going for Frank Vogel?
Maybe, bro. I
No, no,
don't
no.
know.
He got fired. He
The
just got fired.
Lakers might make a reunion. Who knows, man?
No,
But
there's no way to do
yeah,
that.
that's I feel like that was just like sort of they needed a scapegoat so that people could say, oh, they didn't make any moves. So instead they could just be like, oh, we fired our coach and hope that that
Yeah.
changes stuff. That won't change anything.
I have a
I think,
question for you.
yeah,
What do the Cleveland Cavaliers do going forward? I want to keep this brief, but
yeah,
there's two options. There's actually many
hmm
options. You trade Allen, run Mobley only,
hmm
keep the both of them, or trade Garland or Mitchell. And which one would you trade? And would you trade Allen?
Well, you know how I feel about like Allen versus Mobley. I think I would much rather. I think Allen is the catalyst of that defense, man. I really don't. I think Mobley benefits a ton. I'm all biased. You know, I take away my bias for the podcast, man. All biasness aside, I genuinely think Evan Mobley benefits incredibly from playing alongside Jared Allen. And if Jared Allen was removed from that team, then it would be completely different. Now, when it comes to Garland versus Mitchell, I think it is going to be very, very tough. I see a lot of people on the trade Mitchell side, but in my opinion, I think it boils down to the fact that it is really, really hard to get a star like Donovan Mitchell. And when it comes to a guy like Darius Garland, wasn't very good. You could get some good pieces back for him. And like I don't know. I would much rather like try running it with this core, switch things up, give Mitchell new
Yeah,
running partner. And yeah, I think Darius Garland could still get quite a bit of value in my opinion.
he would. I think
Yeah.
Darius Garland has good value, and I would like them to see like go for like a forward,
Mm. Hmm.
because right now there are two undersized guards, and undersized
Well,
guards
I
just
mean,
haven't.
Levert came off the bench last year. I think he can move into that role or a Coro. And then
Yeah,
yeah, you go for a forward alongside Mitchell. I don't know Brandon Ingram.
I
The
like I like
Pelicans
the
the
Brandon Ingram for
Pelicans
Garland,
really need a point
a point
guard.
guard.
I've been
Yeah,
calling for them to get a goddamn point guard for like years now. And yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. That was just off the top of my head. That would be a really good trade in my opinion. Garland for Ingram. Maybe add a couple more. Who's more valuable right now, Garland or Ingram? Probably Ingram, right? So they'd
Ingram
have to give up
probably,
Garland and a
but
piece.
no, but Ingram is on his last year of his deal,
Yeah, and Ingram
so
sucked. And Ingram was
yeah,
terrible in the
yeah,
playoffs.
he was in the
So
chamber.
yeah,
So
literally.
I mean, there's nothing much to say apart from the Celtics that they took care of business.
Mm.
Let's stay on the East side.
Yeah,
We both had New York winning. It was a
yeah.
shocker.
Hmm.
Um, bro, that game
Well,
six
I told you.
was
Listen, I told you it becomes a series when Indiana plays defense, and they played defense to their credit. So.
they played a heck of a series. I
Mhm.
was it game six where Andrew Nemhard hit that deep
Oh my
three,
god. No,
bro.
that was game like 3 or 4. That was game
Was
3, I
it?
think. Yeah, that was
Okay,
earlier in
I'm
the
getting. Oh
series.
yes, game six. They like wiped them out. Yes,
Hmm.
you're right, bro. That game was insane.
Very, very good
It was
game.
it was such a nice game.
That
I
was a
think
big like
that was
there's
like a crazy shot, bro. Even he was
I have
surprised.
are Indiana still undefeated at home? Because they won I know they won 3-4 at home against Milwaukee, and
They haven't.
then they
I
won the
guess they would.
series on their
Yes,
home court. Yeah, I don't think
they
they've
would
lost the
be.
game at home.
Did they lose in the Buck series?
No, I think they won in 6 against the Bucks. And I know they
So
won
then,
games 3 and 4. Then they
so
won
they're 6-0.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
Okay,
mean,
okay, Indy.
next
They,
games in Indiana for this
yeah,
for
yeah, for
the
the conference
Pacers.
finals.
So which we're gonna talk about.
Hmm.
Um, but
New
honestly, I was
York.
shocked. I was
Mhm.
surprised. New York fumbled that
Yeah.
up 3-2.
N-
You know, but
yes,
also
they did fumble. Yeah, like
the injury
you
luck
can't blame
really,
them.
yeah, it sucked. It really
Hmm.
sucked. You know, um, got out that last game. OG
Yeah.
struggled. Hart was out. Who else? Randall obviously didn't play.
Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. You know, so they'll definitely
Hmm.
be back next year.
Yeah.
Um, and with a healthy squad, maybe they make some big moves. With Brunson emerging as a superstar,
Yeah.
trade Randall away. But I saw
Hmm.
that OG is going to be listening to all teams.
I know I saw
So,
it too. That's gonna be
so if he
if they
leaves
lose, if they gave up RJ and
quickly,
quickly and like an early second for half a season of injured OG, that would genuinely be the most disappointing thing I've seen in my life. But
facts.
I still have faith they'll stay. They can't afford to lose him. They'll pay him well,
Yeah, they
and
probably will.
I have
And he
faith he'll
was
stay.
so good for them
Hmm.
when he
He
played.
was insane for him, but ultimately, right, like for the Knicks, this core, it's good enough. But man, just the thought about because you could get a really good piece for Julius Randle. You were
Yeah,
this good already without him. You know you don't need
and I
him.
would
In fact,
honestly say
there's a lot of people of the opinion, I might be one of them, that they're better without Julius
Julius,
Randle.
yeah,
Like, and I had that idea brought up to me earlier on in the season. I was like, no way. But now I'm like coming around to, I'm like, it actually
Yeah.
might very well might be true. They might be better without Julius Randle. And
And
I
especially
mean,
with Brunson being the player he is now.
mhm,
I mean, you know, it's an obvious choice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. With oh my, it was like it was so sad, man. I did want to see them because I don't think we'll talk about the series against Boston, but I don't think Indiana has a chance. I mean, I said this against the Knicks, but what's
Yeah.
it called? It's just I think the Knicks really
I
would have given them a
Yeah,
tough,
the Knicks
tough.
were a sick, sick,
Yeah, yeah.
sick matchup for the Celtics, you know?
They've
The
got
defensive grid.
they've got a big piece that they need to resign. It's not even OG. It's Isaiah
It's
Hartenstein, bro.
Hardenstein.
That man
Yeah.
is going to
I don't
be
know if he's
given
gonna get
he
paid.
is going to be
He's
given the
getting that
bag, bro,
payday.
because he had such a good season.
He
He
played
he was so good that he was the backup. Robinson was playing out of his mind. Robinson got injured for an extended period of time. He came back, and Hartenstein had gotten the permanent starting job. Like that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
He
That's massive.
he played sick.
Yeah, I think the free
Um
agents are Hartenstein, OG, and then Precious is a restricted free agent, so they could
I
keep
doubt
him
they
as
bring him
well.
back.
Mhm.
One thing, bro. Dante DiVincenzo is
Baller.
making $12 million.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a steal of a
Bro,
contract.
their starting backcourt is making a combined of $40 million.
Yeah, that's Fred
Do
VanVleet's
you know how
making more than
mental
that.
that is? That's
Yeah, that's
crazy. Bradley
that's
Beal's
really
making
really
more
good.
combined.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I mean, when it
It's
comes to contracts, they will get paid in a couple of years, and
Yeah.
they will
And
be
bro, that's what I'm
heavily
saying.
over the
Low
luxury
key,
tax in a couple of years.
for New York, the time
Mhm.
is now. You
Oh
have the
yeah.
next 2 years is your time to win.
So what is the trade? Who's the player you go after? Because you trade Julius Randle. If you're trading him, it's got to be for a star, right?
Yeah. I mean, you have to see what's happening on the league, you know?
You
What's
got the
happening with
talks
Donovan
about
Mitchell.
Mitchell potentially leaving
Yeah.
New
Mitchell is a
York, who
possibility.
knows?
I was gonna say PG, but that would be a sign, not a trade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I would say Ingram, but I don't know how much that helps.
The issue is the league is
It's
so good right now, so no
Yeah.
one's got pieces they want to give up. This is honestly the perfect time to be in a rebuilding stage.
Maybe
Shout out
Joel
to
Embiid.
nah. They
I'm
in fact
talking now. I'm
the
talking.
fact that they
I'm
went to
talking now.
six, the fact that they went to six this year really, really made them like I think they'll want to run it back for sure. But that being said, man,
How
New
do
York, bro.
you? Nah, I was gonna say something, but I know you won't. I was gonna say Zach
What?
Levine, but
I hate
that's not a
Zach
good
Levine,
fit.
but
Yeah,
it's just the prices will be too steep. The
I
Bulls
like.
are gonna ask
I
for
would
too
like
much.
Dejounte Murray.
Nah, I don't know. I don't like. I like. I feel like Dejounte Murray's been playing like a little bit of. He's been playing too much shooting guard, and he played his best basketball as a point guard. So,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
when the Hawks inevitably trade Trey Young to the Spurs, it's gonna be fun to see Dejounte Murray go back to being a point guard.
We're calling it.
Buddy, I'm not
Um,
calling it's official. Like I'm the Woj of this podcast. I'm letting you know it's official. My sources told me that Trey
yeah,
Young
and
is being sent to the San
you also
Antonio Spurs. I don't know what's coming
you,
back, but yeah. I also what?
you also called the Pacers to get swept,
That was a prediction. This is a well-known fact.
bro. On our thumbnail, we're like, this is why it's a terrible matchup for the
Yeah, yeah, and
Pacers.
they just decided to play. Hey, real shout out. We should give some shout outs in that series. Shout out TJ McConnell. Baller.
Yes, bro,
Baller. You need a
crazy.
player like that in your
He is.
on your
He's
team, man.
crazy.
He was great.
He's so
Andrew
nice.
Nemhard, bro, he's really come out in these playoffs.
Tyrese Halliburton was
Yeah,
playing
another
sick.
Canadian stud, man. You got another Canadian stud.
Siakam, shout out, rapper legend.
Yeah, of course, bro. Man,
Um,
he had a couple games where he struggled, but it's okay.
it's okay. They got the win ultimately.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
move on
what
to
he
the West
does, bro.
side.
He wins.
Let's move on to the West side.
Hmm
Let's start off with the what series you want to start off with? Let's start with
Bro,
OKC.
they've both been so they were both very, very good.
They were crazy.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I had two
Mm.
predictions on the West side, and both of them were right.
Yeah, mine were both wrong.
Yeah,
So,
I just want to put that
but
there.
who can blame me, bro? Because genuinely, I'll tell you this though, like for the Denver Minnesota series, you could make the argument that Denver were the better team in that series.
Yeah,
OKC Dallas, I don't think you can make the argument that OKC were better in that series. I think
yeah, they were.
Dallas were better out of 6 games. Dallas were better in 5 of those games, which was
That
except maybe the last one, I would say. But
it was so funny. I saw the memes where
OKC's
it's like,
second win was literally the most ridiculous, like BS win I've seen in my. I have no idea how they pulled that out, and it
which
all
one
comes
was it?
down to that man Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I'll tell you this, bro. I was very, very, very disappointed in J Dub and Chet this series. They were not. They
Yeah,
because and the issue is, bro, this was their. I feel like they were a little bit blindsided, and that's why, like, maybe playing the Pelicans wasn't the best outcome for them because they weren't like the Pelicans were not ready for playoff basketball. It was too
yeah,
easy of a matchup for them. You know what I mean?
and
They didn't
that's
really
why
have a challenge. Who's the second
that's
seed in the
where
West?
the
I'm
Denver
stupid.
Nuggets,
Denver Nuggets. They played what's
Lakers,
it? The Lakers in the first round, and they had a challenge. Minnesota. They played the Suns. They had a challenge. Like
the
the teams that they played
Clippers
showed a
played
little bit of
the
resistance.
Mavs.
Dallas played the Clippers, showed
Yeah,
resistance. The the Pelicans gave up after they lost game one. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it was they
and
showed no resistance whatsoever. So they might have been blindsided.
that was my whole thing of where the youth comes in, where it's
Mm.
like that's
But
your first
I don't
ever.
think it was at all like they didn't make
I
stupid
think
plays, right? They just missed open shots. They missed big
I
shots.
just
That's
think
what it
I
was.
think when you think about youth in the playoffs, sometimes it's like being playing able to play in the pressure of playoff basketball.
Right, right, but that's so. I feel like it's so blown out of proportion, right? It's not. It's not the fact that they're when you have a goddamn. Well, what's J Dub? 20? 22?
21, I would
He's like
say.
22 or something. I know he's an older rookie, so he's probably like 22. When you have a 22 J Dub versus PJ Washington is like 25, 26, the
25.
difference between them hitting and missing an open shot, it's not their age that's making them miss or make the open shot. You know what I mean? They just made or
I
missed
know where
it.
you're no, I know
They're
where you're
just hot
coming
or
from.
cold. You know what I mean?
I fully agree with you, but I think having those playoff nerves is part of it.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
um, but bro, PJ Washington,
big.
bro, this whole
That's a
playoffs.
clutch. That's a clutch player, bro.
When
That
you
is
talk
such
about
a
X
clutch player.
factor, he was the X factor in
Bro,
that
he
series.
sucked in game 6 and then all of a sudden just hit every big shot down the stretch. That's what you need,
Literally,
bro. Luka
bro.
Doncic and Kyrie Irving will keep you in the game for as long as you're struggling. But
Yeah,
all that matters is that you show up when it actually
and
matters.
bro,
When
Derek
they're getting
Lively
double teamed and they're passing it out to you when you're open, you gotta hit that shot. And that's what
for
happened.
sure.
That's what J-Dub and Chet didn't do. Shea was getting
They
doubled. Like
didn't.
I said this in
Yeah,
my OKC video. Come playoff time, Shea Alexander is gonna get doubled and tripled. So it is going to be up to J-Dub and Chet to hit those shots. And they didn't. And it's not, I'm on them, but it's the other players as well. Giddy wasn't good at all in
Giddy
this
was
series,
unplayable.
and I was I thought he was showing some promise and like revising
At the end of the season,
or reliving
right?
at the end of the season and in the Pelican series, and then he just stunk it up in the
Yeah.
Dallas
With
series.
the no shooting, really thing.
Yeah.
One thing I was really shocked about was
Mm.
the hack of Lively. And
Mm.
Lively came up
And it shout
huge
out
in
to
those free
him.
throws.
It's some big free
Bro,
throws, bro. I love
he's
that.
20.
That is one of
He's
the most
gonna
underrated. Like, take that. I don't think we're taking it in. They have Daniel Gafford starting, and then they have Derek Lively off the bench. Those are
coming off the
two
bench.
NBA
It's like the
starting
New
quality
York
players,
New York
literally, bro.
Center.
Exactly. It's like Hartenstein and
Bro,
Robinson.
take in that the OKC Thunder traded away Lively. That pick that was
Yeah.
Lively.
To be fair though, Casey Wallace is a baller, bro. I love
Yeah.
Casey. He struggled in the
He played
last
so.
game, man, but I called for him to start from like ever since Giddy
Was
started struggling.
was it
I
him or
wanted
was
Casey
it
Wallace to
Isaiah
start.
Joe?
It
Isaiah
was
Joe got the
Isaiah
start,
Joe.
right?
And
Yeah, okay.
I called for Casey Wallace to start, bro. You could see the momentum and the play switch whenever he got on the court. I don't know what Mark Dagnall, overrated coach a little bit. Maybe. It
But
might
just
have
one
to
coach of the year. Bro
yeah, hey
goes
man.
goes
But was that him, bro? Was he making some good coaching decisions? I don't know.
what do OKC going into the offseason?
Size. They need
Size.
rebounding first and
Yeah.
foremost.
That's something that
I
killed them.
very You want to know something? I loved their lineups, and their lineup showed a lot of promise when they had Jay Will, you know,
Chill
the
with
Arkansas
Chet.
Jalen
Yeah,
Williams
yeah,
with Chet, and Chet was
yeah.
playing at the four. So if
Four.
you get a competent play, you know, no diss to Jalen
Now
Williams from Arkansas.
Imagine you had Derek Lively.
Am I sure? But I mean, I would
No,
rather have
I'm just
a
kidding.
3-point shooting center, you know, like
Yeah,
a certain big man in Los Angeles who could potentially get available if LeBron James decides to join his son. So you never know, man.
you're saying Anthony Davis?
If LeBron James, if let's say the Dallas Mavericks draft Bronny, LeBron's like, I want to play for my son. Anthony Davis is like, man, I don't think there's enough right now. The Lakers are like, we should go into a new era. Who has a better fit, first of all, and more assets than the OKC Thunder? And this is what I meant in my video about them having a potential dynasty. The second they wait for a superstar like Joel Embiid or Anthony Davis who fits their team and they can outbid every single other team in the entire league, they're gonna pull the trigger. And then you have a
This
lineup,
is
of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren,
chilling.
and Anthony Davis.
I don't think that's happening, but you can keep
You
dreaming. But
have four All Stars on that. That's the bot that's competing with. That's same as the Boston Celtics. And except they have depth. They have more depth. You'll have Aaron Wiggins coming off the bench, Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe. Depending on what you give up, obviously you're gonna have to give
yeah,
up a couple of those
J1.
players to match the contracts or whatever. But still, sign whoever friggin' like my brother from free agency. You know what I mean? Sign whoever off the bench, and you got a squad, bro. You got a genuine contender. Anthony Davis has championship experience. There's your experience problem finish, and yeah.
No, I think next season the Thunder are going to be better just because they finally played in their like playoffs. You know, there's a lot.
Yeah.
This is the first playoffs for a lot of them.
Or do you
But
think they crumble under the pressure of having the expectations? The big thing about a young team that overachieves, right? They have zero expectations. People thought the Thunder
yeah,
would be
they do.
like low, like 6 seed or something. And next
A lot
season
of
they
people
come out.
counted them out versus the Mavs as well.
Exactly. And now you're going into
So
the season with pressure, expectations. Or you're just coming off the youngest one seed of all in history. Maybe they made a move. Now there's pressure to succeed. You know, how does that
yeah,
affect them? Gonna be interesting. I have a question
could
random.
be.
I don't know if you saw it. What are your thoughts on Gordon Hayward's comments? Did you see
I was
that?
died.
That
I
is
think I have more to offer.
genuinely. I don't
48
think
minutes,
the sad
0
thing
points.
is, I feel for Gordon Hayward. I don't think he has a single fan in the world right now because the only people that could possibly be a Gordon Hayward fan are OKC Thunder fans, and now even they don't like him.
One thing I want to say, I have bare respect for Gordon Hayward for one thing.
What?
And that one thing is when he stepped on the line when Kobe shot his free throw for 60.
Okay.
That's the only reason I respect him.
Yeah. Listen, Gordon Hayward, man, you're at the twilight of your career. You were not the guy to be calling
You're
out
not the guy you
these
were
shots.
back in the day, you know?
Forget that, bro. I think he knows that, but like, you're not the guy to call shots. You don't have that. They will exile you to goddamn Detroit if they want to, bro. Like you're not that valuable of an asset. They actually overpaid for him. Looking at it, they gave up
Trey,
picks.
man.
Trey Mann, who's a very solid young player that they just couldn't find time in the rotation, and Thomas Bertans, who actually he played pretty well with Charlotte. I mean,
He
I
did.
know it's not saying much. You know, Delano Banton's playing well with Portland, but like, you know, so
Canadian
but
legend.
I mean maybe they overpaid. Is Gordon Hayward a free agent?
Yes, he is.
He
Last year
is.
was
Zero chance they bring him back, right?
Even
Right?
still,
There's no way.
I doubt it.
But wait, with Dallas, who impressed you? Who's your underrated MVP? Not I want to hear no Luca Kyrie. Who's your underrated MVP?
PJ Washington.
PJ Washington. I
PJ
like that.
Washington or Derek Lively. Because I think those free throws, when they hack a Lively, hitting those free
Yeah.
throws were huge. That changed the whole
Yeah.
tempo because now you have to change your. You see the thing where he was running away from Chet, bro?
Yeah, that's so funny.
That's
I'm
it.
upset with you because you didn't mention my underrated
Josh Green.
MVP.
Josh
Nope.
Green.
Derek Jones Jr.
Oh, yes.
Genuinely so goddamn good. He was surprising.
Bro,
Yo, he has
He
clamps, bro. I didn't know he
he
had clamps
does.
like that.
He does. He had
And he had
22 in like the closeout game, right?
yes, bro. And he
Yeah,
had like knocked out shots. He's revived his career from just being a dunker to being a rotational
literally
piece. This is a
like a
starter, bro.
proper.
He's a starter on a very, very good team. So, fair play to him, man.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I
Maybe
think
he gets paid a little bit.
honestly, it was a tough thing, but PJ Washington really impressed me with those
Mm.
because like Luca was struggling at the start of that series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One thing I want to say about Luca is I really liked as towards the end of the season series, he stopped complaining to the refs and he just played
Exactly. You
basketball.
want to know? So that's exactly the turning point of that series. As
That
soon as he
is
stopped complaining, he started playing better himself.
because
I
he's no
don't
he's no longer
because he's not
whining.
looking. He's not looking for
Yeah,
people to win him the game. He's saying, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna win the game myself.
yeah.
And that was the turning point of the series.
The
Anyways,
last
yeah,
series of the semifinals, Game
banger,
7, Minnesota,
banger. Let
Denver.
me lay it out for you, right? Minnesota wins 2 games away from home. Everyone thinks it's over.
Everyone
Denver
thinks it's over.
goes on a 3-game winning streak. Everyone thinks it's over. Minnesota wins game 6 in a blowout, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll see you in Game 7.
I'll see you
Game
in
6
game
was a
seven.
blow.
And he
Game
saw
6 was a
him. Game 6 was a blowout.
oh
That was the 40-point loss, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then game
What
7,
a
the
series.
first ever team with a 15-point lead at halftime to
To blow it.
blow the lead in game 7. I think that's a stat. And it was the
Yeah.
defending champion Denver Nuggets
I
who
told you. I
maybe
called it.
maybe you
I
make a
called it on
case
this
that they
pod.
ran out of gas.
I called
What
it on
went
this
wrong
pod.
for the Nuggets?
I think it boiled down to losing the players you lost last
Hmm.
offseason. People came out and said Peyton Watson was better than Bruce Brown, unplayable,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
And Jamal Murray kind of got hurt as well. In
Yeah.
my opinion, I really do think he should have gotten suspended, but we'll look
No.
past that.
I
I
hate
think he
that.
should have.
No,
I
no,
think
no
he
way.
should have.
You
I think
don't
he should have.
suspend a player in the god. Okay, first of all, who got affected or hurt by that play?
But that's not the point. Someone could have gotten hurt. And
So
bad.
fine him. So fine him and move on. If he threw that heat pack, right? If he threw that heat pack and someone got hurt, then I understand. Because eye for an eye. I mean, they got a player gone. Now get one of their players gone. But 0 people got hurt. Not even a fan got hurt in this thing. No one got
Okay.
hurt.
You
Why
make
are
a
you
good argument.
handicapping the
You-
Nuggets? Just fine him so he learns his lesson and doesn't do it again. Because
You think
ultimately,
those, you think that it means anything to him?
yes, 500. Bro, no matter how rich you are, brother, 500K is 500K no matter what. That could have been
He
spent
got
on a
he got
Rolex.
fined 500K or 100K.
500K,
Oh shit,
bro. That's money. You
that's a
got paid.
lot.
Yeah, you got fined heavily, bro. That's what I'm saying. Fine him as much. You fine him a mil, bro. I don't care. You don't
Yeah,
suspend him because no one on the other team got affected by it.
that was a
I
dangerous. I was
I got
shocked he did
so
that
pissed
though.
off seeing all these so-called NBA, so enjoyers of basketball like yourself being like, "Oh, suspend Jamal Murray." Don't you want to see him play?
No,
Like what?
I didn't say suspend him. I said he should have
You
got.
just said suspend him.
I said he should have.
You just say he should have been suspended.
Did I want him to get suspended? No, I was happy he
Yeah.
get
Okay.
suspended because it was a good
Okay.
series. But I just think that action could have been dangerous. But I guess you make a good point where if someone got hurt, then you suspend.
If someone got hurt, you suspend them 10 times out of 10. 0 people got hurt. Just move on. Why are we suspending? Why are we ruining this incredible series just because of a little bit of anger? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on like not the beef, but like Jokic going to and man and it's like, yo, don't be doing that shit.
Yeah. At the end of the game, it's
Yeah.
a little bit of competitiveness, and it's good for the game, man. It's very good for the game.
I like
Some
it. I
people
like it.
be like, I hate seeing him be cocky. I hate seeing that. That's who he is. And it brings entertainment to the game.
It-
Look at us
so
talking about
sick,
it right
bro.
now. It's fun. And
Yeah.
shout out Jaden McDaniels. Freaking trying to poster or high bounce poster dunk while up
Oh, yeah,
like
that was
big.
sick,
On the
bro.
last
That
play of
was
the
so
game. It was
funny.
so fun. I'm
That
surprised
was
it
so
did not
funny.
start a freaking
Bro,
riot, bro.
I'm
Away
so
from home as
happy.
well. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm so
Hey,
happy that like the Minnesota
we're talking about
Timberwolves are
we're
in the
talking about underrated
conference.
MVPs. Not just Jalen
JMO.
McDaniels, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Canadian. These Canadians are so good, bro.
Yo, one thing I want to say, talking about underrated MVPs,
Mm.
I know this isn't underrated.
Mm.
Carl Anthony Towns, but
Yes.
on the defensive end,
I'm so proud of Cat, bro. I'm actually so proud of Cat.
bro. And bro,
He's
one thing I want
changed
to
his
say,
game, bro. He's
one thing I
changed
want to
his game.
say is Gobert not only brings
Mhm.
defense, but he also makes everyone else
Yeah.
play
Oh,
defense.
I'm going to call out Draymond Green. Rudy Gobert proved him wrong.
Yeah,
Also,
bro.
can I just say Draymond needs to hop off Rudy Gobert's you know what, bro. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah. It's
genuinely
so
getting
funny.
sad. By the way, I saw this and I'm not gonna act like I came up with this because I saw this on Twitter. Draymond Green said, as the defensive player of the year, why is Carl Anthony Towns, another player, guarding the opposing team's best player? So the 2015 finals. Why was Andre Iguodala guarding LeBron James? What are you doing? That's exactly what happened with the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green was
Yeah,
defensive player of the year, yet Andre
it's
Iguodala guarded LeBron
I
James.
like
It's a
and
matchup thing. It's
you
a
know
matchup thing.
I
This means a
I
bad
like
defender.
I like Draymond, obviously because he
Mm,
was on the Warriors, but some
mm,
of the things he's been saying are just so questionable.
mm.
Like he's saying
He's setting up his. He's setting
you
up
should have Rudy Gobert
his.
come off the bench.
Yeah. He's setting up his broadcasting career afterwards. It's fair play, but I mean, yeah. I don't know, bro. What is the Nuggets' next action? Obviously, you're not gonna do too much to this roster, but what can you do?
I
Who is
think
someone you use to bolster the bench, in your opinion?
one thing I want to say, Michael Porter Jr.
Mm,
disappointing.
yeah, but you don't trade him. You
No,
don't
I
trade
don't
him.
think you trade. I just want to bring that up.
Mhm.
I think it's just you try and build the bench.
Yeah,
Like I don't think it's like a run it back, but I also don't think it's
yeah.
like make a major move.
No, it is. It is ultimately a running back, I'd say,
Yeah,
because
basically, but like
they're gonna sign a couple, maybe one or two free agents. Hope they hit on them. Maybe
yeah.
make a small trade or something. I know they trade. Who did they trade for? They traded. Was it Shake Milton or was that the Knicks?
No,
They
that
the
was
Knicks. I think the Knicks took Shake Milton. Who did they get? Who was it? Who was it? Oh, this is bothering me so much. He didn't get too many minutes. It was one of them weird. Monte Morris, right?
no Monte Morris went to the Minnesota Timberwolves. You're getting it mixed up.
Oh, this is okay. Okay, I think I got that mixed up. Never mind.
Yeah,
Did they make no moves?
I don't think so.
Okay, Denver. Damn, I'm disappointed in them.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, both of the bench. Maybe try hitting on a Bruce Brown and maybe trade for Bruce Brown, get him back there. But I
yeah,
don't know what.
you could.
Hey, this is what I said about them Raptors. Such a smart move not trading him because now you got a couple desperate teams. New York just got eliminated. You got Minnesota, Denver just got eliminated. Memphis looking to bolster that team a little bit to run it back next year. Three desperate teams. LA, they're always in the mix. Four desperate teams that might be willing to overpay that will overlook the shitty season Bruce Brown had for to what's it called to get him on their team.
I think
I
you're being
saw
delusional.
I saw a very good trade that I actually this has nothing to do with Bruce Brown, but I saw a really good trade for the Raptors and Grizzlies. They do need a center. Jakob Poeltl is very available, and you
Ooh.
could trade Jakob Poeltl there, get their first round pick this year, and then like what's his
Their
name?
top 10 first round pick.
Yes, it's a weak draft, and they need a center. Absolutely,
Yo, question for you, off topic.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on Zach Eddy?
Zach Edey,
Yeah,
he
Edie,
is
yeah.
he is he has a lot of room to improve. Lateral quickness is genuinely terrible, and he is going to have to improve that if he wants to be a serviceable NBA player. He has a higher floor than a lot of people are giving him credit for. I think ultimately it all depends on like how he needs to change his body. He's too big right now, right?
Yeah.
You can't survive in the NBA just off being tall. So you're gonna need, but his touch around the rim is really good. He's not gonna develop a 3-point shot. I know he went like 50% in the combine shooting. That's fake. Christian Coloco went 50% from the field in combine shooting. You know what I mean? Um, his touch around the rim is really good. Ultimately, it's up to him if he will be a serviceable. I don't think it'll be anything special, but
Yeah.
He might prove me wrong.
Fair
Who
enough.
knows? Just
Fair
stock's
enough. Fair
cheap. You know
enough.
what I mean?
Fair enough. I had one comment to pass on this series. I can't think
Yeah.
of it. Let's move on
Nice.
to
The conference
the conference
finals.
finals. Let's start
I
off
can't
on
believe.
Indiana, Boston side.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I, I think Boston's. I said this as we're recording this, by the way. This is the night of Game Two, Celtics versus Indiana. Boston beat Indiana. Very predictable, in my opinion. I think Indiana were heartbroken by that first loss. They sold that. They really needed that win, in my opinion. Ultimately, you don't. It's not serious until you lose at home. But Indiana is not winning the series, man. They're too young. They are not ready for this. That Boston team is just so experienced, so good, deep as well. Like Peyton Pritchard's been really good. He's been
Yeah,
showing up.
he's been
Um,
sick.
like Xavier
He's like
Tillman,
TJ
Sam
McConnell.
Hauser.
I think
What a
Boston
matchup,
in
by the
like
way. Peyton Pritchard versus TJ McConnell.
yeah.
Holy.
Honestly, I just don't think you can like you may have been able to stop New York's offense, but I don't think you can stop Celtics offense. You had game one in the bag, you sold it. I
Mm-hmm.
had this from the start that I had Celtics in like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
it
want to. I don't
sucked.
want to. I don't want to.
It is
I don't want to
Boston
root
at
out.
4.
Okay, I don't think so. I don't think it's 4, but
Mm-hmm.
I think 5 or 6. I think Pacers can get 1 or 2 at home, but no chance they win.
Yeah, Boston's just too good, man. They're
It's
going to have to be
whatever.
stopped. But you said they'd be frauds in the playoffs, by the way. That was just your hating coming out. I don't like Boston as
No.
much as the
Okay.
next guy, man.
Real
But
quick, real quick. I just want to say something. If they make it to the finals, I think this would be the easiest finals
it
ever.
is. It already. Halliburton just got injured as well. The best
Yeah.
player in every single series they played, the best player got injured.
Yeah.
Like, and
So again,
then,
fraudulent run.
but so maybe they're. Hey, man, a ring's a ring, though. You think
No, I know.
give a damn when people say the
No.
Raptors ring is fake?
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't give it. Like, cry, bro. Cry into my banner. Like, that's what it is.
I
That's all
did.
it
I was
is.
right
A
about the
ring's a
Nuggets,
ring.
though. I was right about the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Anyways,
But they
there, there,
actually
there,
lost to a very, very good team, though. So they didn't. I
there,
wouldn't say
there,
they fell apart.
there isn't much to say about the series. We'll talk
Mm.
about this again. We'll talk about the Celtics after this round, going into the finals, because
Yeah,
I don't
because
see the Pacers.
that's when it's like that's their
Yeah,
first. That's gonna be interesting, man. That's their first challenge in the playoffs, bro. So,
yeah,
but I don't think that's where the experience comes out. I don't think it'll affect them. I think they'll be ready.
yeah. I think
Don't
they'll be
you?
ready. They've been in the finals before. Let's move on to the Western
Derek White's
Conference.
so good, by the way. Just want to say.
But best X factor, best role player in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
NBA.
best role player in the league.
Um, Mavs, Timberwolves.
What a series.
Who do you
Game
got?
one was so good. Oh my god,
It
game
was
one was so
so
good.
good,
God
bro.
bless the Western Conference, but the East suck. Why am I Eastern Conference? It actually sucks being a fan of a team in the East because like all my rivals are just like they're in boring series, bro. Like
Yeah, no, but
I'm
that,
finding myself connected to them, OKC, to Minnesota,
bro,
Denver.
I'm
Like
so connected to the Mavs this season,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
this is a 6 series. I mean, Luca once again phenomenal.
Hmm.
Anthony Edwards couldn't stop Kyrie. Kyrie came
Yeah.
out huge. They were recording this after the game one, so
Hmm.
Kyrie was huge in that first quarter. And then
Yeah.
Luca took over after, and then
Hmm.
big shot by no other than PJ Washington.
Baller,
Derrick Jones
baller,
Jr.
and he
played
sucked
sick,
in the game as
ramping
well.
up. Yeah.
He didn't. He sucked that in game one as well, which is
What's your final prediction?
you see. Oh, can I just first of all say it's insane to me. Like I can't even fathom the thought that Dallas or Minnesota are going to be in the NBA Finals this
I
year. That
know.
is like genuinely crazy to me. But I think I think the X factor is going to be Kyrie Irving, and he was
You think
massive in
so?
game one. So because
Interesting.
he took a backseat against OKC because he had to. I think it's gonna be massive because that Minnesota defense, man, you need a pure scorer to beat them, and that's what Kyrie Irving is. So
I'd
he,
say
he
the X
showed it. He
factors.
showed his value in game one, and he can do that the rest of the series, man.
Yeah, I would say
That's the X
the
factor for Dallas. For Minnesota, the X factor is going to be
Karl
It's
Anthony
going to
Towns.
be no. You know what's gonna be? It's gonna be. It's not. And this sounds kind of stupid because obviously he's an X factor, but Anthony Edwards on the defensive end, that's going to be massive. Can he stop Kyrie Irving? Can he stop Luka Doncic? Can he contain? You're not going to stop him ultimately.
Can you
That's a
contain them?
big. I think you need to distinguish that. You're never going to
Yeah,
stop Kyrie Irving. You're never going to stop Luka Doncic. Never going to stop Anthony Edwards. But you can contain him. You know what I mean? Dallas
yeah, for
contained
sure.
him really, really well. He started hitting some shots down the stretch, but they contained him. You know what I mean? So ultimately, it comes down to that. And I
I
think
think
Dallas is more likely of the two to come out on top.
really you have Dallas and I have
I do have
Dallas in
Dallas.
6 or 7.
I have Dallas in 6 or 7 as well. I'll say 7.
Yeah.
I want to see the series by 7. So sometimes I make these predictions
For
just because
me,
like
I think X
I want
factor
to see things.
is Derek Jones Jr.'s for the Mavs on the defensive
Hmm.
end. How can you
Fun,
play defense on Anthony Edwards? And for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's Karl Anthony Towns on how you are on the offensive end. You know,
fun.
bro. One thing
I
that
like that.
sucks is Rudy Gobert is so bad on offense. They don't even look to get in
No,
the
but
ball.
I think he's doing his like. I think he is playing his role when it comes to the. Had a lot of alley oops. They've ran the
Yeah,
alley oop play pick and roll with Rudy and Ant, and that's worked out well. Cat's been throwing lobs as well. Fair play,
yeah.
but
The 4-on-5 man action. One
mhm.
thing that worked for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and it was Van Gundy who was talking about this on the broadcast. All he talked about was Minnesota Timberwolves blitzing on the screen,
Yeah.
which led to like a
Mhm.
turnover and led to a
They did
miss.
that against Denver as well. Whenever that was really really good in stopping Jamal Murray and Jokic,
Yeah, the
and
blitz
like
is crazy
the
because
blade because
Lively ended up
that two man action between Murray and Jokic is unstoppable. So their logic was okay. Well, we're not gonna after someone comes off the screen, whether we switch or stay on the man, that's not gonna work. So why don't we both go after the man with the ball and make him mess up the pass? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I do like
It's
that strategy. They're very
I'm
good at it.
so hyped for the series. I
Very,
can't
very high
wait
for
for
the
game
series.
2
Jaden
tomorrow.
McDaniels had a great game 1 as well.
Yes,
When
sir.
if he's scoring, they got a hell of a chance, man. Bro, Jalen McDaniels, man, learn something from your brother, bro. Well, how can one brother be so good and one can be like
That happens so
genuinely
many
worse than?
times. Stephen Curry, Seth Curry,
Okay, but Seth
Brooklyn.
Curry's been serviceable in his career. He was a starter on Portland when they made the conference final. Look, Jalen McDaniels done.
Bro, you
Genuinely.
always somehow find a way to tie the Raptors in.
Of course, I'm a
It's
Raptor fan.
crazy.
What do you?
It's
And while
great.
I'm disappointed right now because we lost that goddamn pick. That's a good segue to the draft lottery. What were your thoughts on Atlanta getting that pick? Did you watch it live?
Yeah, I did. Crazy. Now I'm kind of happy
Bro,
in a
like,
way.
come
I'm
on,
happy.
man. 3%? 3%. Where'd you go? This guy left like my hopes of the freaking draft lottery. They had a 3% goddamn chance to win this. And I don't know where Nanju went. Guys, I'm disappointed, man.
I'm
Hi.
sorry, Yusuf.
It's
We have to
okay.
do that Raptors therapy.
Yeah, I actually do need Raptor therapy, bro. They had a 3% chance. Also, by the way, freaking Houston moved, or technically Brooklyn's pick. Sucks for Brooklyn because that was their pick.
Yeah.
But Houston are in the top 4. They're gonna have a top 4 pick as well. These teams are already good, bro. They don't need goddamn more help. We need help, bro. We need 2 lottery picks, man. Desperately. We're
It's
not gonna
okay.
be bad enough to get a
In a
top pick
way,
next year.
yeah, that sucks.
We're not going to be bad enough to get a top pick next year. So this was the year to get a top pick, and we lost it. This was a failure of a season. Nothing went well. I sold my soul for a Scotty Barnes All Star appearance, and it wasn't even an All Star appearance. It was an injury replacement. It's the only good that came out of the season.
The OG trade.
Yeah, nice, bro. Like 2 of those
Okay.
players had relatives pass away. Like nothing's
Yusuf is
gone well.
Yusuf's gonna have a cry before bedtime.
Hmm.
But thank you guys for watching. Any final words, Yusuf?
Uh, let's go Raptors.
Check out all the links below and peace out.